Welcome back, guys. So we are excited to be back here. Especially we have our new Pit Boss Pro Series 1150. This one is something that I've been looking at. I've been looking at Pit Bosses for at least, I would say, a good 2 years. Now I'm excited to go ahead and start. This is the first cook on it. I already did the video on the burn off and the seasoning. That went well, but on another video I'll show you all the bells and whistles that the Pro Series 1150 has. So once I have this grill, and I was deciding what am I going to do my first cook. Now I love ribs, and ribs is one of my favorite things to cook. It's game day today. We have the NFL championship games today, and I figured ribs will be perfect for that. This is going to be our first Pit Boss smoked ribs that we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get into this. So first off, we have our ribs here. We're going to go ahead and cut this excess stuff that we have here. You don't have to cut them, but you can if you want to. The first thing you got to do on your ribs is take off that membrane, and that's the stuff that's on the back side of the rib. Grab a bone and just pretty much wiggle yourself in there, and then just pull up a little bit. So now just put your finger in there and try to get more in there and there. So we did the first one. Make sure you use a napkin. You get a good grip when you're taking that membrane off. All right, now that you have the membrane out, make sure you use a napkin to take a grip. You have a good grip on it. I got it till the end, so you guys know. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add some mustard and as a binder, and it does not give a mustard taste. I know people keep asking, and it doesn't, so don't worry about that. Now we're gonna get it good. Rub it all around, get it all over this ribs. Now we have our rubs that we're gonna be using is Killer Hogs. One of the best rubs. If you guys are looking into some rubs, Killer Hog is the way to go. Great taste, great flavor. There's a link in the description for those. And today I'm gonna be adding also some Honey Hog from Meat Church. Also Meat Church and Killer Hogs are one of the top rub makers. So check those guys out. All right, so now we're gonna add a rub. Do not be afraid to add a nice amount of rub on your ribs. Now we're gonna get the back side first. And when you're adding your rub, please don't rub it. Just tap it in. A little tap tap. That's it. Now our Meat Church Honey Hog. It's gonna go right on top. Just like that. Oh man, these are gonna be great. So there we go. We're just gonna tap it in. Tap it in. We're gonna do the same process on this side. Here we're gonna go with our Killer Rub from Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. And we're gonna go all nice amount on top. The successful ribs that taste good, you gotta make sure you have the right rub. Now we're gonna go ahead our Honey Hog right on top. Man, these are gonna be good. We're gonna be like that. So we're gonna be doing our 3-2-1 method. Now I've been doing these a lot, and so the 3-2-1 is 3 hours unwrapped, 2 hours wrapped, and an hour with the barbecue sauce and everything so I can tighten up. The only one I do follow is the 3 hours. That, I don't mess with that. I put it for 3 hours because that's when you get the smoke flavor in it. And the pellets that we're gonna be using today, it's gonna be the Pit Boss Apple Blend. It's a blend of apple and oak. We got this at Walmart. It was like $8 something. So go to Walmart, you'll find good deals on the Pit Boss pellets. Now, when you wrap it in foil, it's normally, they should say 2 hours, but I always check it after an hour, and it always takes about an hour and a half, not 2 hours. One time I left it for 2 hours and it was way too much. So, and then the last part, it says an hour, but I normally keep it about a half hour when I add the barbecue sauce. So this part is gonna be, the first part is 3 hours on the Pit Boss, 225 degrees, and we're going for 3 hours. That being said, let's fire up our Pit Boss. All right, our pit boss is up to temp 225 degrees. So we're gonna leave him there for 3 hours, exactly 3 hours. We'll be back. All right, it's been exactly 3 hours. Now the best way to know that the first stage is done is just with your finger. If you get no rub on your finger, that means it's ready to roll. And so just tap it and you get nothing on your finger really. So these are ready to come out. And ready for stage 2. All right, so now that we've had our ribs there for 3 hours, now they have a nice smoke into them. Now we're gonna wrap them in foil. All right, so we're gonna be adding some butter, some honey, and some barbecue sauce. So here's our foil. I like to double wrap it. So we'll put 3 and then some honey. Just like that. A little bit of this Lane's Kinda Sweet, one of my favorite barbecue sauces. And then we're gonna add it face down, right on top. Man, they smell so good. So, I'm gonna give them a nice tight wrap. And on this process is where they're actually going to really cook. The 3 hours is just pretty much getting that smoke in there, so you don't have to worry about temp when you do the first 3 hours. On this one, it's supposed to be 2 hours, but mine has always been like an hour and a half when it's done. So internal temp, we're going at 202 degrees. Same process on the second one. Add our honey and our barbecue sauce. Bring that up like that. You can see how nice it looks from this side. Ooh. And so there you go. So now that you have it wrapped, we're going to put it there. We're not going to change the temperatures. It's still going to be at 225. So we're going to put it in there, and I'm going to come check it around an hour and 15 and see where we're at on temperature. So we're going for 202 degrees for this stage, for this step right here. So let's go ahead and put these back on the pit boss. All right, we'll be back at about an hour and 15. All right, it's been an hour and a half. I checked it about an hour and 15, and they still need almost just a little bit more, about 180, about 190 around there. So go ahead and check it. We're good. All right, so we are back here. So yeah, so they took about an hour and a half to get to the 200 degree mark. So now we're gonna open these. Oh man, they look great. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna add barbecue sauce on both sides. Just like that. Grab my little brush and put it all over. I'm gonna leave this part with no sauce because the wife doesn't want any sauce on this side, on hers. So we're gonna go ahead and put them over. Oh, look how good they look. And nice and saucy. So this part is where I leave it at about 30 minutes. Just enough so the sauce can tighten up. So we're gonna go ahead and put these back on the pit boss for another 30 minutes. I'll be back. All right, we are done. 30 minutes, and they're ready to come out. All right, we are back. So before we get into all this deliciousness, let's have a quick recap of what we did today. All right, so we're back here. So what we're about to do is we're gonna cut these. We're just gonna turn them around this way. And cut them where the bones is. Let me get you guys, look at this. Man, doesn't that look good? So make sure you guys check out the rubs. The link will be in the description for all Killer Hogs products. Great stuff in there. But this looks amazing. Cheers. That is damn good. Hope you guys like this video. So you guys hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.